So what they were trying to sell was stage curtains to B2B, which is unfortunately not the most interesting thing to market. It's while we were there, we realized that the need and the demand for stage curtains, surprisingly, is just not there. And so what we did is we pivoted and we identified, okay, we have this large warehouse. We have all these vendors that we work with. Why don't we start marketing to B2C? And instead of stage curtains, let's look at just household curtains, like custom, really well-made house curtains. And then while we were there, we made some connections with interior designers. And we saw another need to build the B2B side too, beyond that, custom window treatments specifically for interior designers. And so when they're looking to work with architectures and when they're looking to build new buildings or new homes, the interior designers would come to us and we would help develop their window treatments for all their clients. It was very much, there was no demand for it. And so we tried to look at other areas of opportunities. We already had the infrastructure, we already had the people, we had the connections. So we took that in and tried to figure out where other areas we could expand into.
Welcome to World of Marketing Podcast, a Foster Web Marketing production. Here's your host, Tom Foster.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the World of Marketing, where I, Tom Foster, talk with legal leaders about, yes, you guessed it, marketing mindset and the growth of law firm businesses. We are in a series centered on trailblazing women transforming their industries, featuring candid conversations with dynamic women who share their journeys, challenges, and innovative strategies for success. Whether you're an aspiring marketer or an established leader, this podcast will be a resource for inspiration, empowerment, and expert tips from some of the brightest women in their fields. My next guest is our own Nia Al-Kilany, Foster's very own COO, Chief Operating Officer. She's the boss, gang, of this company. She's my boss. Nia has been quite a career. Okay, I'm just going to say it. You had quite a career at this company. You started as an SEO strategist back when. That's how you came, right?
Yeah.
And you worked, how long? A couple years?
In the services department, I think I was there for about 3 years, yeah.
3 years, yep.
Right when we were in the office.
We were in Fairfax in the office, and you were back in the SEO room. Everybody like at their desks, you know.
We were all like huddled together.
Yeah, pre-pandemic, and then we went virtual, and then you went and then you left me.
I did for a little bit. I came back.
That's fine. You went to go pursue your dreams and see what else is out there in the world. And this is what I love, everybody, is that she came back. We never stopped communicating or staying in touch.
No. It was like I'm still here. Yeah. I still had my laptop. I still had the chat. I never really left.
I know. You were never gone. Gretchen and Buster never really let you leave.
Never gone.
Never really let you go. Like they always held on to you. And then when Gretchen retired, you came back. My gosh. And then to take over project management.
Yeah.
And that was your influx to now.
Yeah.
So Nia, like everybody, like I just got to tell you, like Nia is the most powerful woman. You know, she's amongst the most powerful women I know. Obviously, because I put her in charge of my company. She's a badass. And I can tell you right now, like I love working with Nia. Nia, you're just so incredible to work with. And it's interesting doing this podcast with you because I'm interviewing you and I'm like, wow, I wonder how she feels about working with me, you know? Like
I love it.
Okay, well that's good. That's important.
No, it is important. I wouldn't be here if I didn't love working with you guys, working with the clients, working with what we do. I think that even coming back. I mean, it just shows that I really love the company here. I really love what we're doing, and I really love the clients that we have and the people here. I think our people here are some of the best people I've ever worked with, and I think that
Oh,
speaks a lot about the team you put together.
and people keep coming back that
People
left.
do keep going.
People come back that left, that are like, yeah, I'm gonna go get some more money somewhere else, and they're like, okay, yeah, money, I got more money, but it sucks over here.
Yeah, it's not everything.
Money isn't everything, man. Like,
Mm-mm.
we got a family here at Foster. We got a
Yeah.
family of good people, and
You also
that's
have a lot of people that have been here for since you started. I think that speaks volumes too. Like Toby, Young, they've been here from the beginning and they haven't left. Shannon, Kevin, that speaks really highly about the company as well.
well, they're good people, and I love them, and they've just done a fantastic job, and just like you. So Nia, like, you went out
Hmm.
to the world. Why? Why did you come back?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I had left to work with a startup that focused on like business development specifically for EOS and scaling up coaches. So it was individuals who are venturing off on their own and they were looking to how do I start my business? How do I get more leads? How do I manage my website? How do I do all these things to kind of get my career running? Because they were taking a leap of faith. And I also took a leap of faith of working with the startup. Which was fantastic. Everybody there was a really smart entrepreneur. Everybody there had really strong goals. But I missed having a team. Again, with the startup, it was really just me working with the clients. It wasn't like I had the collaboration of a whole team to support me. And so that's something that really holds true to me at Foster is the value of our team and the value of the collaboration that we have together. It's not like you're working in an island alone. Even if we are completely remote, I've never woken up one day and like, ugh, I'm all alone in my office. We all work so closely together. I think we all work really well together. We build off of each other's ideas. Tom is very creative. He'll throw an idea out there and we'll pick it up and we'll kind of put the puzzle pieces together and we'll bring it to life. If we have something on the IT side, we'll bring it to Toby. He'll bring the puzzle pieces together. He'll map out the full scope of the project. So that was something that I was missing working at a startup. We didn't have that collaboration across the board. And also our clients, I think our industry is very specific and it has that avatar that's driven, motivated, they're looking to succeed. A lot of these people have their name on the door. So
Yeah,
they have,
legal and healthcare. Yeah, legal, doctors and lawyers,
yeah,
man.
their
Yeah.
name is on the door. You walk into the doctor's office, it's Dr. Foster. You walk into the law office of Foster. And so they have more stake in the game, I feel like, and they really want to build these companies up, not just for themselves, but their family, which is another branch of like Foster kind of being a family. We become part of that family. And so for me, that was important because it was not just internally, we felt like we were working really well together, but with our clients, a lot of them have been with Tom since he started. And so that just, again, it's just a branch of what people value and how we could help them grow by having those strong relationships. And so for me, I missed it. And so I wanted to come back to that. And I just seamlessly stepped back in. It was like I never left. A lot of the clients that I was still working with, I just jumped back into working with them. And so it was really smooth for me to come back. I learned a lot that I brought back with me. And then I just continue to learn from our clients as well.
You weren't gone for long.
I was counting the other day. I think it was only like 6 months. But again, I was still
It wasn't long.
I was still a contractor in the background, so I really
Right.
never left.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Couldn't get rid of me.
So then, so Gretchen retires,
Yeah.
and you take over project management and Buster's still running the show then,
Yeah.
and you're doing project management. And so Buster's talking to me. He's like, Nia this, Nia that, Nia this, Nia that, all the time.
Yeah.
He's telling me how great you are about all this stuff. And I was like, really? Wow, awesome. And so it's really Gretchen and Buster that, like, you know, pointed you out to me
Hmm.
as being so special. So we got to thank them.
Yeah, I know.
Because they really saw what you had and what you have, and we're always Tom, Nia, and that's something I'm so thankful for Buster and Gretchen for. Like that they did that. That when they retired and left, they left me with such a fantastic team.
Yeah.
And so then we promoted Nia to the COO
Mhm.
position, which is top dog, the boss of the company. Um, because she just is, you are just fantastic. The way that you manage things, we manage me, the owner of the company, is funny. The owner of the company and the way that you work with me is excellent. That's what I love.
Mhm.
And the way that you work with the staff, everybody. And Nia, just how much I love you and how fantastic I think you are. You're always there. That, like we were talking about that. We're a virtual
Yeah.
company, but we're always there for each other. We have our systems, our chat
Mhm.
systems, and like you're right there.
We've nailed the communication for sure.
100%. And
Yeah.
one of the things that I love about you is the way that you communicate, because you're so professional and so elegant and so graceful, so classy. All right. Okay, I guess I gotta get to some questions here.
I'm having fun.
I know, right? This is good.
It's a chit
Okay.
chat.
All right. So here are my questions.
Okay.
You have an extensive background in marketing with a degree in strategic advertising and business. That's your degree? I didn't know.
Hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You helped launch 3 businesses in Richmond prior to coming to work with me at Foster. I didn't know that either.
Hmm.
So look, I'm so glad that Scott prepared. I didn't know that.
Thanks, Scott.
So you did that. You launched 3 businesses before you even came to.
Yeah. So when I got out of college, I started at, oh, this is so crazy, but I started at a stage curtain marketing company. So what they were trying to sell was stage curtains to B2B, which is unfortunately not the most interesting thing to market. It's a very niche
Oh, that is
industry.
a
It's
niche.
not interesting at all. And so while we were there, we realized that the need and the demand for stage curtains surprisingly is just not there. And so what we did is we pivoted and we identified, okay, we have this large warehouse. We have all these vendors that we work with. Why don't we start marketing to B2C? And instead of stage curtains, let's look at just household curtains, like custom, really well-made household curtains. And so that was one side of the company that we started, and we really branched out from there. And then while we were there, we made some connections with interior designers, and we saw another need to build the B2B side too, in terms of stage curtains, but beyond, not stage curtains, window treatments, but beyond that, custom window treatments specifically for interior designers. And so when they're looking to work with architectures and when they're looking to build new buildings or new homes, the interior designers would come to us and we would help develop their window treatments for all their clients. And so that little baby stage curtain, which was so boring, I hate saying that, but it was just not interesting to market,
How old were you?
developed into a passion. How old was I? I think I was like 24.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
It
incredible.
was very much, there was no demand for it. And so we tried to look at other areas of opportunities. We already had the infrastructure, we already had the people, we had the connections. So we took that in and tried to figure out where other areas we could expand into. Which again, interior design is a lot more interesting for me, and that marketing is a lot more exciting. And then that led me into working with the gift and home industry in terms of that marketing. And so I went into the agency setting where I worked on the gift and home industry, specifically looking at like Um, Chandeliers, which was really fun because that goes a lot into we got to go to a lot of trade shows that focus on the gift and home industry, a lot of niche like little gifts that you would give to people, custom candles, things like that. So we really focused I transitioned to the gift and home industry, which kind of just like fed right into each other. So the whole trajectory of it was very interesting because I finally ended up finding what I my passion was. It was clearly not in stage curtains.
No, but that experience gives you great wisdom
Hmm.
for us. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm that's what I love about you, Nia, is that you have this experience of marketing a niche
Yeah.
and the fact that you're like, how do we do this, man? And you like broke the box open.
Mhm.
And that's what you do here at Foster. That's what I love about you is that you're always open to everything that I come up with.
No,
You're
that's
like, okay,
good.
let me think about that one.
I gotta digest a little
Let me
bit.
digest it for a minute and see if you're an idiot or not, or let's go with it. And most of the time it's really good. Um, and thank goodness we have such great talent, Alexander Scott,
Yeah.
who will be on a podcast here soon as well. Um, your partner in crime.
Hmm. Hmm.
You guys work together fantastically.
Yeah.
So you began working in an industry far from our bread and butter verticals of legal and medical practices. What clients or businesses had you worked with, and what drew you to a shift in industry?
Oh, I think I kind of touched on this. I may have jumped the gun. But like I said, I started really in depth in the stage curtains. I worked a lot in the interior design business. And then I jumped into the gift and home business. And working with people, it was focused on B2B mostly because we were selling to we were trying to market to warehouses and small companies rather than direct to the consumer. And so what I found is I really like the business development side of working with these small businesses, trying to identify like how they could use our services and our products to help grow. And then that kind of led me into learning a little bit more about the legal and healthcare industry. And when I was focused on developing the strategies and the business development for the EOS and the scaling up coaches, again, it just re-solidified how important it is for me to work with individuals such as doctors, attorneys, lawyers, their family
Yeah,
businesses,
yeah, the
illegal.
professional services niche.
Yes, I feel like there's so much opportunity there and they're trying to
Yeah.
do so much good. I think that us helping them grow really all that experience that I had that I came with, again, really honed in on what I really like to do. And it helped me identify like what each individual industry needs. And then again, ultimately just led me back to Foster.
I know. It's incredible the journey, life's journey, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and we've talked about this, but when you first started working with our team at Foster, you started out as a member of our client-facing services team. Walk us through your journey from digital marketing strategist to project manager.
Oh, this is fun. So I had started at Foster back when we were in the Fairfax office in the client services. Back then, we just focused solely on SEO. We did some PPC. We did a lot of content optimization, things like that. I worked directly with our clients. I had a really strong set of clients that I loved working with, some of which I still work with today. As I grew into that role, I started working a little bit more with Gretchen on the project management side. Specifically, we had one client that was going through a redesign that was a little bit more complex than our standard redesign. So typically, the project management team handles
I
all
know
of
who we're talking about. We're talking about our friend Mr. Jim Keller, aren't we?
gray and white.
Oh, Graham White.
Yeah,
Graham
yeah,
White. Oh, Matt White.
that was way
Oh, we're
back
talking
in
about
that
Jim Keller.
way.
Matt
And
White,
so
my buddy Matt White. Yes, who is
yes, that was my first redesign. And that was a little bit more complex. It had some custom elements. We were creating a custom calculator to determine the cost of an accident. So it required a lot of client services time. And that allowed me to collaborate a lot with the project management team at the time. And while I was there, I was like, this is just so much fun because you get to work with the client from square one. You get to help develop their brand through the website. You get to bring their voice to life through the content. You get to bring their vision, just a speck of an idea, and you get to bring it to life for them. And that was so enjoyable for me. So I kept my eye out on any possible opportunities there. And there was an opportunity, I think it came a year later, when there
Can
was
I
a
pause
position.
for a minute? I want you to pick that right back up, but I just want to say, Gray and White, everybody, they sold their firm. They got so big, they got so huge after what Nia did, and helped them, that they exploded. Matt White, they sold the firm and moved on, or
Yeah.
were absorbed by another firm. They were doing so great. So, and that's a wonderful thing because of your help.
Yeah, they grew and then they just decided to sell. So that was really interesting too.
That
I
happens a
worked with them
lot.
transition that, yeah.
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
And then there was an opening in the project management side. Again, I really just found my passion in the production side. And so from there, I raised my hand and we slowly transitioned me into that side of the company. And I just loved doing that because, again, you get to meet the clients as soon as they come in and you get to be the first face that they see at Foster. And you get to help develop that journey that they're going to experience with Foster from square one. You get to work with not just the client, but also the design team, which is such a unique team that brings everybody's vision to life. You get to work with the development team. So working in that production role allowed me to touch a lot of different departments and meet a lot of different team members that I wasn't typically working with on a day-to-day basis. And again, just solidified how fantastic our team is.
Our team is fantastic
Mhm.
because of you. Okay, so you've been our COO since when? When did we make you COO?
Like 2023?
We have changed so much, guys, in this last year,
Mm-hmm.
under Nia's leadership. So, and we're restructuring, and this is when we came up with our perfect practice system, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about that.
Yeah.
How did
So
that come about?
So we noticed that the industry was missing, there's thousands of marketing companies out there. You could walk down the street, there's thousands of marketing companies, go online, there's thousands of marketing companies. What we wanted to do was just be more than our client's marketing company. We really wanted to focus on their growth beyond just SEO and their website. We learned everything that we need to learn about their business and making sure that the recommendations that we provide are focused on their growth. Again, just beyond their website, looking at areas of opportunities for them in terms of you're at 2 offices now. Your goal is to get to 5 offices. This is how we could help you get to 5. And we broke it up into phases. So it's not like you're going to jump from 2 to 5 in one year. Like, let's break it up into phases and identify what success looks like for you from square one and then help you build that bridge to make sure that you get to that final stage. If it is selling, if it's exiting, or whatever it might be for you, what success looks like for you is different. But looking at our clients individually and creating custom plans that fit for them rather than just saying, okay, this is what makes everybody successful. We're
Right.
looking at what makes one individual successful beyond just SEO and PPC. What are you doing on outside of your website? Are you doing any media buying? What's your social media look like? What's your hiring process? What's your intake? Have you ever picked up the phone and called as a client? Is there a gap there? So looking at every opportunity
Yeah,
with,
what are your systems, right?
yeah.
What is your CRM? What is your, how are you exactly?
Mm-hmm.
We've changed dramatically from just being, we'll build your website, to we're going to help you with your business.
Yeah.
And that's really what, we kind of talked about that at the very beginning because Foster Web Marketing, we've changed it to Foster Consulting.
Hmm.
We're changing it because we're bigger than just web.
Yeah.
We're doing it all now. And that's thanks to you and
And
your
we want to change the way we approach the market. So it's not like we're just focused on one side of it. We're looking at the whole omni-channel approach of making our clients successful.
right. So it's a partnership that we have with our clientele that's different than just like, oh, give me a website and do some PPC for me and I'll
Yeah.
my budget. No. That's not how we play. We we get into we work with them.
Hmm.
Everything is transparent.
Yes.
We help them. Um, it's just open up all the doors and like
Hmm.
let's figure out. And this has worked for like hundreds, thousands,
Yeah.
and it's what we've been doing for years and years and years. We just put a name on it, the perfect
Yeah.
practice system.
And we created a process that we could share
Yeah.
with our clients and we can make sure that they have just an easy checklist like, yes, my phone system's working. Yes, I have a hiring process that works. Yes, I have a CRM. So just really checking off things and making sure that what they need to be successful is all documented and there's a process and there's a path of what the success looks like rather than just willy-nilly hoping that something will
Right.
out and stick. And so just being more oriented and strategic about the
This
recommendation.
is a system. It's
Hmm.
not just throw throw crap on the wall and see what happens. This is a system that works. Um, and anybody that's listening can find out where are you?
Yeah.
Where are you in the perfect practice system? Like what do you have going on? What don't you have going on? Ask us. We'll help you out.
It's 4 phases, so you could either be in phase one or you could be at phase four, where you're just continuing to grow and you're really close to your goals, or you're phase one, you just started, you're looking at developing a strategy that works for your team, and then you're going to continue to gradually grow. So there's phases in which we put every client, and we're working towards moving them to that next tier in the phase system.
Yeah, and it's interesting because phase four, there's a lot of people in phase four, which is where like I'm ready to sell this
Hmm.
business, this either law firm or I'm retiring, I'm done, I've done it all, made it, or a doctor selling his practice to a big conglomerate or whatever. Uh,
Or buying of more practices under your
or,
umbrella.
or the other way around. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. We've been doing all of that for them.
Yeah. So there's different ways to approach it. And then again, the phase is really focused on individual goals, and then how each individual doctor or attorney is looking to be successful and what that means for them. It could be as simple as, hey, I just want to hire 2 paralegals by 2027.
Right.
This is the number of revenue I need to generate to get me there. This is how many cases I need to do to get me there. So breaking down the numbers and working backwards through the phases and making sure that your goal is achievable by that is kind of how we look at it. Looking at your goal and then working backwards to how you could get there.
And what you do, like you're a marketer, I'm a marketer. Well, you're an educated marketer. I'm just a goofball marketer. Um, you have data. Like that's the thing that you do. Like
Mhm.
that's you're a fantastic marketer that brings data to prove your point.
I love numbers.
Yeah, I know you love numbers. Check the facts, man. Right?
Yeah.
Like let's check the facts. And
And we have that. I mean, a lot of our clients have been working with us for years, and we could see, okay, this is how you've been increasing year over year. This is how we could scale for you. This is what it looks like to be successful. So a lot of that data we have, and we've looked at all our clients and put them into the appropriate phases to see what it looks like to get them to that next tier with the numbers that we have for them. How many leads are they getting? How many attorneys are in their office? How many doctors are seeing patients? Things like that.
I'm going to switch gears a little bit here
Yeah.
because I brought it up a little bit ago and not everybody knows, obviously, but we're rebranding ourselves.
Hmm.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
Why are we rebranding ourselves, and what are we rebranding ourselves to, and how are we going to do it, Nia?
So we are rebranding to Foster Consulting again, just to make sure that we change the way that we approach the market. We're not just doing websites. We're not just saying, "Hey, here's your website. Let's see how what your success looks like." We want to be more than just website marketing. We want to focus on the holistic approach of what makes our clients successful. And so we feel like the consulting encompasses everything that we do. We also have a series of so many new services and offerings that we haven't had in the past that our clients have been thirsty for. Really, they've been saying like, "Hey, I am looking for a fractional CMO," or "Hey, I'm looking to get support on how to develop my intake. I'm looking on support on how to hire better." And so instead of just looking at one side of your business, we feel that Foster Consulting really encompasses where we want to go for 2025 and what service offerings we have for our clients. We're looking at developing a business development consulting service offering. So this is providing recommendations, asking you questions just beyond the website and your marketing in turn on your online, and seeing what it is that you need to be successful.
Right. What are your systems, right? Or what
Yeah.
software systems are you using? Like how can those be improved?
Yeah, how are you managing your how are you managing your payroll? Do you have a good system for that? A lot of our clients went into the business to be doctors and attorneys. They didn't want to be submitting payroll. They didn't want to be hiring. They didn't want to be HR. But as part of being a business owner, you do some of those things do fall on you. And so what we're looking to do is make that easier so our clients can go back to practicing law or seeing patients and not worry so much about that operational information that they don't need to be worried about on a day-to-day basis, streamlining that so they could get back to what they really enjoy doing.
Right. Or they have been outsourcing this and it
Yeah.
hasn't worked because they've been doing it, outsourcing to the wrong place or, the wrong people that haven't helped them. And, we've been doing this for 30 years.
Yeah.
Been doing this for 30 years, guys. Nia's been with me. How long, Nia, now?
About 6 years.
Yeah, 6.
Feels longer.
It feels like forever. It feels
I
like
know.
you've always been here.
30 years.
Okay. So, Nia, you're very busy girl, working, always responsive, always right there, like, gosh, look, she'll be pull over on the side of the road to respond to a text or get on a Zoom call. I'm like, it's your day off. Yeah, but I had to hear what's going on.
Can't miss out.
That's fantastic. So, um, what does Nia do for fun?
Oh, I love that question. I love reading. I'm very interested beyond like business books, just for fun and things like that. I really like reading thriller and mysteries. I think that that's so much fun. I also love, I just love going to the gym. I think having that break up your work day and just ending the day or starting the day with the gym is, I love it. If I miss a day, I feel like I'm going crazy. I also love when the weather's really nice and I get to go hiking. I love just kind of going out there, enjoying the weather, and making sure I just kind of get some movement in my body. Again, we sit all day, and so anything that gets us moving and going outside really just helps with my mental health and make sure that I'm like the best when I do it, when I do come into work. Um, I also love the beach. I mean, I love traveling in general, but particularly to the beaches. I think that that's just so much fun. I love going out to the beach. I love taking a book and going on the beach. That is just like my perfect day. Going to the beach with a book and a nice coffee in hand. You can leave me there all day. I
That's
can.
why we get along so well.
It's just- that's all I need. I'm good all day. Maybe like a sweet treat. I love baking. I try to bake, but I love like brownies and cookies and trying new coffee shops with sweet treats and things like that.
Your sisters, you're also very family oriented, right? With your
Yes. I'm very close to my sisters. I have three sisters, and so every few months we take like a family trip, and so I'm really close to my sisters. We all live relatively close to each other, and so we make sure that we do family dinner every week, and we also spend a lot of time together
Cute.
outside that.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Where are you and the sister? What?
I have an older sister, and then it's me, and then I have two younger sisters. So
Okay.
technically, I'm a middle child, which middle children get a lot of hate for no reason, but I am a middle child.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, they're supposed to be like the hardest, I think, but we get a lot of hate. But I am a middle child.
You're great. Um, and that's your family. The way that you are with your family is kind of how you are here too. I mean, like that's you treat us like family, and it's I love it, and that's how I can be so transparent and open
Yeah.
and honest with you, and that's how we are. That's how we work together, and it's very comforting to
I
do
think
that.
a lot of us also have personal relationships with each other, and that's something that Foster really makes us appreciate each other more beyond just, hey, we're working all these hours with each other. We also care about what other people are doing outside of work. Like, oh, like, did you go on that trip that you were hoping for? How was your weekend with your cat? So we do try to make sure that we understand each other beyond just a 9 to 5, but really learning a little bit more about what motivates people, what makes people happy, how we could have that work-life balance where we're enjoying working together and coming into work, but still supporting each other's mental health and still taking the time off that we need to do the things that we love.
Yeah,
So I think that's important too.
agreed. Well, I'm going to wrap up.
Okay.
I just want to say that you've been fantastic, and
Thank you.
we are so excited. I'm so excited about the future of Foster and for our clients about what we're doing. All the changes that we're making, improvements that we're making to our infrastructure, to the way that we provide our services, more services, more software, more everything, and that you are just so gracefully making it all happen. There's no friction. There's no, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's just easy that you're doing this. And I appreciate it so much.
I appreciate you. Thank you. This was really fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Thank
It was
you.
fun, it was fun.
I had a good
All right,
time.
everybody. So it's been me and Tom having a little chat on our podcast about ourselves.
Mhm. I loved it.
We can do it every day. We can do whatever. I can do whatever I want on this show.
You're the boss.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much, Nia. Great to
Thank
see you.
you.
I'll be talking to you in a few minutes anyway.
Yeah.
Everybody, have a wonderful day. It's Tom and Nia on the World of Marketing. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.